I'm going to take some time and talk about my crazy Facebook journey. My Facebook account was completely disabled, eliminated. I can't even find it anywhere. So I thought I would just take a little bit of time, kind of step you through what happened, what's going on, where we're at right now. This is a huge, insane process that I've been involved in. And so on April 14th, 2026, I started to get some emails that talked about somebody trying to access my account and did I approve these logins? And I'm thinking, what is that? Well, long story short, a hacker did somehow, some way gain access to my Facebook account. And that's all that I knew at the time. And so I changed my password. I did everything that you would think to do. And I thought everything was fine, So then I started to notice that my ads account for our business, we have a business here in Branson, Missouri, the ads account was now compromised. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, what's going on? And I look in there and there is somebody, I think maybe from Vietnam or another nation, it seemed, that had hacked into my ads account and they were placing ads for themselves. And so they created a campaign for their own ads. And I looked at that and it was very obvious, very, very clear that it was someone else's campaign. It was in another language. And so I'm like, whoa, what? How did that even happen? At that point, I had no idea, no clue. How did they gain access? And now they were using my money to place their own ads, which of course I guess is the goal. And I had to cancel my credit card. Well, now Facebook is really on top of things here, and they are canceling my cards or their and my ads account was deactivated. Which that's fine. That's good. That's good in the short term. Go ahead and let's figure out what's going on. And in my mind, I'm thinking that there was a human at Facebook, on high alert because of the situation. Anytime there's fraud, with my bank, you're dealing with the person. And and you're going to the front of the line, when you call in, is this fraud? Yep, it's fraud. Boom, you're right there. And you have somebody to talk with you and step you through the process. And they're taking a report and doing everything that's necessary to resolve it. So in my mind, I'm thinking that Facebook was doing the same thing. It was like, wow, this is a major issue. And this is something that, Facebook is going to advocate for their customer, which is me. And I'm thinking, okay, well, now the first step, of course, is to disable the ads account. Let's clean this thing up. And I'm getting a little bit nervous because they commandeered my ads account, which had all of my campaigns for my business. And, and now I didn't have the ability to run ads. And this is a highly competitive market here in Branson. So I couldn't run ads, and I was okay with that for the short term as my advocate at Facebook was helping me clean this thing up. Well, of course, I hadn't talked to anybody in person. I couldn't get in touch with anybody, which Facebook is famous for. But I still was naively convinced that somebody was taking care of this. Well, time goes by and I'm contacting them. I'm talking with their AI chat. I'm trying to connect with people. Then I decided I'm going to go ahead and verify my account because I heard you can do that and you can jump to the front of the line. You can get some real help. So I did. I verified my account and I thought it was going to work because I actually was talking to a real person in chat. I could tell. And they were getting all the info and they were doing what they could to help me. Well, what I believe was going on is they weren't the people that could help me, maybe they were very, very low tier. I think, of course, now in hindsight, certainly that was the case. But they called me a couple of times and we talked on the phone. I explained to them what was going on and my ads account. That's my focus was totally on my ads account because that was the only thing that was compromised. That was the only issue. And I'm like, please help me get my ads account back. I had no understanding of anything else that might have been going on behind the scenes. I didn't understand at all. And so I explained that. We talked on the phone. They said, okay, I need to escalate this. Yes, please do. Escalated it. you're waiting days between, contact. Nothing was happening. I would then get an email back and, hey, we're working on this. And then more, days go by and I'm trying to chat and I'm trying to connect. And I'm getting these messages that you've exhausted your amount of support for the day, which is like one, I guess. You can chat with a live agent once a day, maybe. I don't know what the limit is, but that's what it seemed like to me. And then it said sometimes, you need to wait 24 hours. Sometimes they told me you need to wait up to 3 days before you can reach out to support again. Well, now I'm at the point where I'm like, this is not cool because my business is compromised in terms of the ability to do what I need to do to develop my business and grow my business and run my business. And the threat was real, very, very real. So I'm like, what do I do? So I'm doing everything I can at this point. Well, now weeks are going by and I'm still at the point where I'm like, well, what can I do? I don't know what to do. It's an ads account. It's just the ads account. And well, in the meantime, in the middle of all that, they activated my ads account again. I'm like, I felt victory. I mean, like it happened. Am I all right? Well, immediately after they activated my ads account again, this hacker, this fraudster, right, immediately developed another campaign, and now ads were running again, and Facebook shut down the account again. In my mind, I'm thinking, all right, now it's really, really obvious. It's really evident what's going on. Facebook, are you getting this? Are you logging all of this? Are you collaborating with engineers in the hacker department? Because look, it's so obvious what's going on. Clearly I'm the victim, obviously, right? And so this isn't my fault that this is happening, and by the way, I have no idea how this ever happened in the first place. I still don't. I saw somewhere where there's spoofing going on and really, really convincing emails coming from Facebook that actually use Facebook's email address and all of that. I'm really careful, and I always have been. I've never been hacked in my life. Is it possible that I might have clicked on one of those? In hindsight, I think it might be possible. But if that happened, of course, even more obvious that I'm the victim and I should be, again, they should be working on my behalf. And I thought, well, this is obvious now. This is 2 times that the hacker has done this. So are you getting to the bottom of this? And I'm thinking, why haven't you removed the hacker at this point? I'm like, I thought changing my password did it. I thought that's what did it. And I'm thinking, my first thought was, how in the world did they do this again? I didn't understand at all. How did they do this again? And I changed my password and I don't get it. And so now Facebook, I'm surprised that you haven't looked into this. I mean, really? I mean, have you tracked down the hacker? Have you gotten the police involved? I mean, a little tongue in cheek, but have you done the necessary things in order to resolve this problem? Because I was attacked. My account was attacked, and I'm sitting here needing Facebook to be my guardian, right? I need that because they're the only ones that can. I can't do it myself at this point, right? Well, now, and so now my credit card, I had to cancel my credit card before. Now my new credit card is being, they tried to charge $1,000 multiple times. I don't know if that was actually, they accomplished setting up ads that in fact did result in $1,000 of, like $3,000 of ads being put out there. And now they're trying to charge my card to pay for $3,000 worth of ads. I think that's kind of what happened. And so they shut down my card again. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? Facebook, what do you want? And throughout this whole process, even up till now, I have never been given any information at all about what I'm supposed to do, about what's happening, about who hacked my account, about what's being done, about anything. Literally nothing. I mean, zero. And so I'm at a loss, and you can understand the frustration. And I know there's a lot of people out there that have gone through this too. Why aren't you holding my hand? Why aren't you giving me details? Why aren't you giving me clear updates, over email? Why aren't you giving me some bullet points of what I need to do? Why isn't any of this happening? I don't know what happened because Facebook's not telling me. They certainly know. They've got to know, right? And so now credit card is shut down again. You have to verify your card again if you want to get it going again. So they shut down the ads account again. Well, you got to know that I'm sending dozens of emails. I'm trying to find, I'm using AI to give me email addresses all over Facebook and, every department that you can find, appeals and legal department and every, fishing department and all the departments. And I'm sending emails out. I'm trying to activate new support request. I click into an active support request and it's telling me that they need more information from me, but they don't tell me what information they need. And then I try to go into the chat. The chat doesn't work and it's telling me that it's closed or whatever. It's like a never-ending loop of madness. And I don't know what to do. So I'm continuing, and so weeks are going by. And then suddenly my account activated again. And in the midst of all this, there were a few times that I got some encouraging emails. Yeah, I'm on this. Yes, we're working on this. Yes, we sent this to a specialized team. And so that felt good. And so again, one more time, my ads account was reactivated. And the moment it was activated, there was a $7 and something charge just immediately from the hacker. And I saw the ad there again, and I'm thinking, what's going on? And this is after I had to verify my credit card again. I had to go through that whole process. And now the ads, of course, got shut down again. I understand wanting to shut the ads account down in the midst of a hacker doing things he shouldn't do. I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is the fact that the hacker's still there. That the person committing fraud on my account is still there. Why did Facebook not do what was necessary in order to protect my account? Why is even to this day, why is my account not protected? Why? Right? Well, so now I'm doing everything that I can to escalate, and I got in touch again with another department. I think we're sitting at 5 weeks plus now at this point. And now apparently they're working on it. And I'm watching the account and I'm hoping for the best, praying for the best. I had my church praying for me. I was praying. I was like, come on, God, let's get something done. And still believe in that. And so I'm in my account, and then all of a sudden my account logs me out, and I can't do anything in my Facebook. And I'm like, well, they must be doing some sort of a cleansing of my account. They must be doing something, sometimes you have to log out, log back in. I'm like, that's fine. So I went to log back in, and it wouldn't let me do it. I'm getting these strange messages, that didn't work, try again later, or something like that, different things like that. And then I got the message that my account was disabled, and I got a message over email that it was permanently disabled and there's nothing I can do about it. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, my actual Facebook account, like my account, not just my ads account, my whole Facebook thing, 18 years worth of videos and photos and messages and communication. And I've never, you might be wondering, because there's some people out there, they go to Facebook jail. I've never been in Facebook jail in my life. I've never been restricted, suspended, nothing ever in my life on Facebook. I've been good. And so I'm getting these messages that my entire account is now gone. And I didn't get the option to download, I've seen other videos where people say you got this button you can click to download all of your data, so you can have it. I didn't get that. I got one that said there was a blue button that says you appeal this decision. I clicked that button over and over and over again. It would never allow me to click through. I go to recover. There's a website for account recovery. I put in my phone number, my email address, a variety of email addresses, and for that I have used on the account, and they can't even be found. My account is gone. It's not like they're supposed to give you 180 days. And there's supposed to be an avenue, right, where you can appeal and where you can go through that. There's no process. There's nothing I can do at all. And so I'm like, what in the world am I supposed to do now? I can't even log into chat. I can't connect with support. I can't do anything. And my account's gone. Well, I had used Facebook, what is it, Business Manager? Just a little bit. I was tinkering with it. Honestly, even to this day, I don't know exactly how that thing works totally. But what I have come to believe, and it's pretty clear, is that the hacker didn't hack my Facebook account. He hacked my Business Manager account, which the Business Manager account is the top level account. And so it has authority over everything underneath it, including Facebook and everything else. It's the Meta Business Manager. And access to my business page is gone. Now, interestingly, I do have some access, which is why I'm still able to post a few things there on Facebook in various places. Not my personal account, but some of my pages, a few of my pages, is through Business Manager. But my guess is that any moment the hacker could just flip the switch and everything's gone. But I've been able to log into Business Manager with my Instagram credentials and access some pages there, Facebook and Instagram accounts. And so I've been able to do that. It's cumbersome. It's totally different than using just regular Facebook. But I believe the hacker is still, to this day, this very moment, the admin of my Business Manager account. Because I'm not. And I can't make certain changes. It tells me that I don't have the authority to do that I need to contact the admin of the account. And I've been the only admin of the account. I did get in there, and it wasn't easy, but I was able to add my wife as a admin of some of the pages, not the Business Manager account, but some of the pages, just in case. Hopefully, I don't know if that will help or not. But so my wife, Amy, she is now the admin of some of those pages, but not the Business Manager account. So I'm thinking, why didn't Facebook investigate that? Why didn't I receive an email 5 or 6 weeks ago saying there has been a breach of your Business Manager account, and we have been proactive, and we have taken that we've removed that person from your account. We've restored things the way they're supposed to be. This is what happened. This is how it happened. You clicked on this link or whatever happened. This is how he was able to do that. And we have taken these steps because you're a valuable customer. We've taken these steps to restore your account and to there's a full security audit, and we made sure everything is clean now. Everything is set up as it should, and you are good to go. And that hacker is now gone. Why didn't that happen 5.5 weeks ago? Can somebody tell me why that's not part of the process? That's what I would expect. I would expect that to happen. That's called customer care. You care for your customers and you take care of them, and it's all about the customer. And certainly at a place where you're hacked and there's fraud and all that kind of stuff. Well, so here I am, and now this is very recent. Here I am, locked out of my account, have no idea what to do, tried everything, and in this recovery website, it said enter an old email address. So I entered an old email address that I used, a real old one, real old. And I didn't remember the password, so it gave me a code. It sent me a code, and I'm like, I entered the code, and I'm like, whoa, this is going to give me access to my account back. Nope, it gave me access to a stranger's account, somebody else, and I'm like, what is that? And I got in there, and I'm thinking, is that my hacker? Is that the guy? And I'm thinking, should I go in there and change the password on the account? Because I could have, and I'm like, maybe I don't want to hack the hacker necessarily. Maybe that's not the right thing to do. So I just left it alone. I did report it. By the way, I'm continuing to send dozens of emails just all over the place. And then what I did is I created a PDF of a document detailing everything that was going on. I sent my identification and photos of all these things, and I had to send a picture of a utility bill of our business, and because our business is really the thing that's at risk right now. And I sent all of that in, and I thought that was going to resolve it. Nope, that didn't help. In fact, I sent that packet out before my account got deactivated, right before, which now has been 4 or 5 days or something like that. And I thought that was going to resolve it, and I was going to get my account, everything was going to be fixed, and then my account gets terminated. And so I've got all of that going on. Well, in the meantime, I created a demand letter, a legal demand letter, which you're supposed to do. And I sent that along with all of these documents, the identification and utility bill and all that stuff. And I sent it with the statement that I was going to file a small claims lawsuit. And I sent that to their legal department here in the state of Missouri, or their legal representation. So they received that today in the mail, certified mail. So my next step is a lawsuit, I suppose. And we'll see what happens there. And so they have until the 7th of June. So on June 8th, I suppose I'll have the option, unless they come back and help, to file that lawsuit. And then the next step after that is to go to make it public, go to the news, go to the media, see if they'll take on, so they take on these consumer protection stories, and sometimes those help too. So that's where I'm at. And it's not, it is the fact that I lost my personal account. Very frustrating. But the main thing is my business. So I can't comment anywhere on Facebook, which I used to do multiple times a day in different Facebook groups and different things like that. When people are asking, we're in a tourist area, what is there to do in Branson, Missouri? And I would, continually just share with them about our business all the time. That was a very, very important stream of generating income. Can't place ads, we can't do that. So that's the main thing, is our business page has thousands of followers. Loads of reviews, and that's at risk now. I can't even access that page myself. And so that is where we're at. Those are the steps that I've taken. I got the legal letter out. I'm still waiting on, I don't know that I'll hear anything. I might hear something, maybe. Sometimes when you file the lawsuit, they will respond and they'll activate your account. I'm curious as to what would happen if they only activated my account but didn't activate my ads, or fix the business manager, or deal with the hacker. And, there's so many questions, so many things. So that's where I'm at. And I thought I would just, put this out there. I'm trying to stay positive, because God is good and He's in charge and He's taking care of everything. And the devil's dumb, but, and we don't want to let ourselves get to a bad place personally. So I just pray blessing over everybody, including the hacker. I pray God touches their life, and I pray for Facebook, and I pray God moves amongst those people there, especially those that can help me out. But, I just want to keep my heart as pure as possible, but there's steps that you take, right? You take some steps, and hopefully there's a resolution. What happens if I can't resolve this? I don't know. If you have ideas, let me know. And, if you've been through this, I would love to hear. I've done a lot of research. There's a ton of people out there that saying when it gets to this point in the situation, there's no hope. That's what I've heard a lot. Other people have sued and it has worked for them. So we're going to have to just wait and see. But this is a big deal. I just live in a day and age where what happened to customer care? What happened to it? I can't imagine. I just can't imagine. I can't imagine leaving someone like me or so many others unprotected. No advocate. No rallying to support. No human connection. It makes no sense at all. So if you got ideas, I'd love to hear them. If you love to pray, just let's beat down the devil and pray that God moves in this situation. And my faith is strong, and I'm believing that God's going to do something. And but I'll give you some feedback as soon as I hear something. It's what is the end of the story? I don't know. Hopefully, I'll know soon. All right, that's it. Thanks for hanging out with me.